When you see this elderly couple walking down the village of Verlem with loads on their heads and with baggage past a shut public health center, does Viksit Bharat come to mind? Does it? We are to most in Goa in the middle of nowhere. Verlem, 15 kilometers and 45 minutes drive from Netravali and 17 kilometers and an hour's drive away from Saljini, the heart of darkness, through a forest road which is actually no road, no network, and snakes and wild animals that pop up once too often. But the story of Chandravati and Gajanan Gaonkar is a cruel joke on the claims of a developed India.
माय पोटा लागून भोंवशेच पडना आमकां कशें करून जाल्यार गाडी वचोन ना टायमा टायम चलत आसा
आतां कितले वरां लागतले घरा
लागतली आमकां आमी स्कूल घरा पावतली
आतां खंय वयता खंयच्या गांवांनी
तेली म्हणटा
तिकडे वचपा आमी
तेली आमगे खोतीगांव
आतां कितले पयस हिंगसून
हांगान सारके 3 तास लागता चलपाक सारके 3 तास लागता चलपाक सारके 3 तास लागता चलपाक
आतां 3 तास तुमी अशेंच चलतले
हय
For 3 hours, this aged couple will now walk, and they do this once a month through jungles and broken roads, and a bus service back to Saljini only once in the evening. At Verlem, where we spot the only Kadamba bus that leaves Saljini early in the morning, goes to other parts of Goa and returns at night. There is no other service.
विकास जी थोड़ा बताइए कि ये जो बस सर्विस है कदम्बा का, तो ये जो वेरले विलेज है, तो यहाँ से सलजिनी कितने बजे आता है सुबह?
सुबह 6:30 बजे सकाळ 6:30 येता सालजिनी साकून हांगा वेल्लेच्यान नेत्रावळी साकून सावड्ड्या साकून मडगांव सावड्डेच्यान 9 सुट्टा डायरेक्ट मडगांव सेटल ती मागीर वापस परत 10:40 सुट्टा सावड्डी येता सांग्यार वयल्यान नेतुर्ले साकून वेल्ले लास्ट.
Development surely dies 1,000 deaths here, and so does health. Close to where we found Chandravati and Gajanan Gaonkar is a health center, or shall we say the sub-health center of Verlem, that supposedly caters to the remotest villages of Netravali Panchayat. It's the middle of the day. Let's see what we can find in this lonely place.
We are at the sub-health center in Verlem in Sange Taluka. But this village is almost an hour away from Sange, more than 50 kilometers through very narrow forested roads. And this is supposed to be the main health facility of this particular village. And as we keep on asking, where is the government? And that is the same question that I'm asking now. Where is the government? Where is the government? Because this sub-health center has a lock here. This is around 12:31 in the afternoon. There's a lock here. There is one little note here which says monthly report at PHC Sange, which means the primary healthcare center at Sange town, which is over an hour away. And today is the date that we are here, 25/6/2026. It says the monthly report at PHC Sange. We don't know what it means. Perhaps they are compiling the report for the month. You have a board here which says confidential and private sessions for the adolescent, adult and the elderly. And all these facilities are given here. Telecounseling, teleconsultation, teletherapy, all these facilities are supposed to be given here. This is a claim. But the reality is this. That is the claim. This is the reality. Locked door. Okay, and so now imagine if somebody here has a health emergency or even a heart attack. How do you move the person from here? The nearest 108 is either at Sange or in the village of Netravali, and it takes almost half an hour even from Netravali to come to this particular village. So if somebody has a medical emergency or even a heart attack, this whole big concept of the golden hour and all that goes for a toss. Because the golden hour ends even before the ambulance reaches. So how will the person survive to even go to Sange? And if at all he or she gets some treatment in Sange, even preliminary treatment, the chances of survival become very less because you need to ultimately go to Margaon to get a semblance of a treatment. And more often than not, you are sent to GMC. And GMC seems to be another universe away, another world away. So this is where we are in the heart of a weekday in the middle of the week on Thursday, this is the situation and this is the state of your sub-health center. There's a big lock and that tells the story. Where is the government?
Well, there are some living beings in this health center though, but not quite the patients or doctors who are supposed to be here. Our journey continues, this time with a question. We know that the Verlem sub-health center is shut, and if there are critical emergencies like heart attacks, the travelling time for an ambulance could make treatment literally too far-fetched. But can Verlem residents even call for help? We meet two young people trying to connect with the world on their mobile phones, a kilometre away from their villages, waiting for a divine connection.
But at home in Verlem village, do you get network?
No.
No network at all?
No network.
Zero?
Zero.
No Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi.
There's not a single Wi-Fi company that has gone there at all?
Only tower is there, but no network.
And since how long has the tower been there?
Almost 6 months, I guess.
The tower has come 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But it's not been activated. So there's no Jio, no Airtel, nothing of that sort. So how do you all manage? I mean, you're a young person, you need to be connected, no?
Yes.
So how do you manage with network?
Just सभी लोग आकर बोल रहे हैं
हाँ.
आने वाला है नेटवर्क. सॉरी.
हाँ.
आने वाला है नेटवर्क.
तो आप यहाँ पर आते हो नेटवर्क के लिए, कितना दूर है? But 8 kilometers.
Students of Verlem still have to move out of their homes and move out of the village to a spot on the road where their phones get connected, and their frustration is evident. This so-called mobile tower was actually constructed 6 months ago, but remains non-functional still now, and ironically it is right next to the shut sub-health center. Next, our search for the government took us on a non-existent road through the forest, the only link between Saljini and the rest of the world. The road and the village are case studies of remoteness. They seem to be from almost 50 years ago. We now move to the Saljini village itself, whose people have gotten themselves used to a life without a mobile network or road connectivity or any other facility that is taken for granted, even in small towns. This is Viksit Bharat.
आमच्या गांवांत हांगा रस्तो ना नेटवर्क ना तेका लागून आमकां भरपूर प्रॉब्लेम जाता भुरग्यांक शिकपाक लागून सोयऱ्यांगेर वचून रावचें पडटा बिकॉज बसी ना न्हू हांगा एकूच बस येता ती सकाळची 7:00 हांगच्यान वयता आनी रातची 8:00 येता आनी
हेल्थाचें कशें
कितें एमर्जन्सी आसल्यार आमकां हांगा कोणाली गाडी करून वयचें पडटा
नेटवर्क आहे का?
नेटवर्क ना नेटवर्का लागून बी प्रॉब्लेम जाता आमकां
ऑनलाईन बी स्टडी करूंक मेळटा
ना आमकां वयर डोंगरार वयचें पडटा नेटवर्का लागून
रस्तो कसो?
रस्तो तुमी पयला आसतलोच न्हू आतां तुमी येयलात न्हू रस्त्या वयल्यान
हय पूण तुमकां इथून पावपाक घरा कडेन पावपाक वचपाक त्रास पडना?
हय त्रास पडटात न्हू आमकां
Meanwhile, the Punch of village Saljini, loyal to the local MLA, says there is no proper road yet, but Sir has said it will be done. Asked by when, she said after the monsoons. 15 monsoons have passed, by the way.
We are in the middle of this, what many say is a God-forsaken road from Saljini to Verlem. Now, if this was a picnic spot, it would have been beautiful. But it so happens to be the only connect between the last village of Saljini to the village of Verlem, where the Panchayat headquarters is. Now, this road has been in a severely broken and ramshackle condition for years and years. Once in a while, the government wakes up before elections, they do a patch of the road, they do some pavers for about a few meters here and there, and then the road remains like this. About 2 or 3 months ago, the Punch says that the contract to develop this road was issued. We don't know how many contracts have been issued and how many roads have been made on paper and how many have been broken. Right now, the so-called promise is that this road will be completed in another 3 to 4 months after the monsoons. So the question is, what is the point? Because this is the road used by children to go to school. There is only one bus that comes in the morning and returns from Verlem in the evening. At times that bus does not function
and then you're completely cut off. In the monsoons, this road is sometimes really flooded and the village is completely cut off from the rest of the civilization. As we've been speaking, the network is zero. It is not even point some percentage. The network is zero. There is a tower in Verlem, but it's a tower without power. The tower came up about 4 or 5 months ago or 6 months ago. It has still not been activated. So these are the conditions that people here are living in. We had gone to the health center and I spoke to you about the health center earlier, the sub health center in Verlem. You have one nurse who's supposed to come there every day, but she does for a very few hours, if at all. Most of the time that place is shut, as we showed you. The doctor who's in Netravali is supposed to come once in a while, but he hardly ever shows up. So this continues to remain in the condition that it is. Right at the Saljini village where we were there, people were actually reluctant to speak. There seems to be some kind of an underlying reluctance or even fear to talk, not knowing what will happen if we speak out. Some people who spoke out spoke really naturally about their life here. They speak about some of the students in this completely ST village who actually go and live with their relatives in Netravali so that they can attend the local school there, because there is no guarantee of being able to commute on a daily basis from Saljini to Verlem. So this is where we stand right now.
Where is the government is the right question, because the time taken to hot mix this road to Saljini has taken 15 years and counting, and could well enter the book of records as the longest time taken to hot mix a road in the world. And the Sarpanch of Netravali says one of the reasons for the delay was because Subhash Faldesai was not the MLA from 2017 to 2022.
2022 परत जेन्ना पळय सुभाष फळदेसाय आमदार जालो तेन्ना आमी प्रामुख्यान तेजे कडेन मागणी केली. तेन्ना आमचो वेल्ल्या रोड हॉटमिक्सिंग जालो. म्हणजे 2024 वेल्ली रोड आमचो हॉटमिक्सिंग जालो. तुडवो रोड जालो. तुडवा रस्तो सगळो सोंपलो आनी बस सुद्दां वयता कदंबाची ती बंद जाल्ली.
वेल्ले टू सालजिनी,
वेल्ले टू साळजणी तो आतां जातलो. वेल्ले टू साळजणी आहा पळय, पयली फेसी भितर हे जे कितें आशिल्लें ते 4-4.5 कोटीची रोड्स आमी नेत्रावळी पंचायती भितर केल्यात 2024. 2024 आमी नेत्रावळीच्या टोटल इंटरनल रोड्स, तुडोवा रोड आनी वेल्लेचो रोड हे एक फेसी भितर घेतले. ते कंप्लीट केले नंतर सेकंड फेसी भितर वेल्ले टू साळजणी ऑलमोस्ट हो रोडाचो अंदाज 10 कोटीचो इस्टिमेट जाल्लो आसा. 10 कोटीचो इस्टिमेट जाला. तितून बारीक बारीक 2 पावटी परत येयली फायल.
10 crore.
10 crore.
Estimate for that road is 10 crore.
10 crore. 10 crores.
This is 2026, and in the Viksit Bharat of 2026, we have a village which does not have network. We have a village which hardly has a road. To travel this 8-kilometer road, even by car, takes about half an hour. So imagine if there is no bus and people have to walk, it might take 2 to 3 hours to just walk from their village to the nearest spot of civilization. And this is where we are today. We once again ask this basic question: where is the government?
With video journalist John De Silva, this is Shujoy Gupta for Inkcore.